I feel like I sense in my body like a
Mm-hmm.
I can feel my heart thumping, like I'm nervous.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Follow that and see what it is that you're so nervous about. Follow that. Feel the sensation of it. Dive deeper into that emotion. If you knew the answer, what would it be that you're so nervous about? What's happening? Always say the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't analyze it. Don't think about it.
I heard what came to my mind was the word argument.
Very good. I want you to follow that argument and know who it is that's arguing. Who's arguing? Is it a man? Is it a woman? The more you think, the more it'll stop it. Just speak from your heart.
I think it's I feel that it's a couple.
I feel it's a couple. Very
I
good.
feel it's a couple. Yeah.
All right. So if you can eavesdrop on that couple, imagine what they were arguing about. What are they arguing about? What comes to mind? What's the first word that comes to your mind?
Money, but money.
Money. Very good. Keep following that. What is the reason why the money is an issue? Is it too much money?
No.
Is it lack of money?
No, it's a lack of money.
All right. So who is feeling the nervousness? The man or the woman?
I'm feeling it.
You're feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to...
feeling like I'm shaking. I don't know why.
All right. Notice where it is that you are. Where are you? Are you inside or outside?
I'm inside.
What is this that you're inside? You could stretch your hand out and feel it.
I feel it's a room, a small room.
A small room. Very good. Can you move around in this room?
Yes, I can.
What type of body do you have there in this room? Are you
I'm female.
female?
But I don't see. I see a female. I don't feel like I'm the female. It's a female wearing a. She's wearing a like a head, like a. It looks. Like a bonnet, a cap, white.
A white cap. How old is she?
Maybe in her mid-30s.
Tell me more. Describe her for me.
She's wearing a brown long skirt, apron, a white apron. She's in this hut, this room, but the room is dark.
Yes.
There's no source of light. I don't see any light. And I'm looking at her.
Is she by herself in this room?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What do you imagine she's doing in that room?
She's waiting for somebody.
Mm-hmm. And you had heard some arguments before. Where was that arguing coming from? You could zoom out and see. Imagine if you could zoom out.
I think it was a man, but he left after the argument.
So I want you to
She's alone.
Connect with her feelings now, as if you could feel her own feelings. What is she feeling?
She's crying.
Mm-hmm.
She's got her face covered with her palms.
Mm-hmm. Who was this man in relation to her?
Her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And she's crying. She's upset that he left.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't know why he left.
What else do you notice?
A child,
Mm-hmm.
a small boy. He's next to her now. He's trying to comfort her, to hold her hand when she's crying.
So let's see what happens next. We're going to close that scene and go to the next important scene of that lifetime. Something that explains more about that life. It could be before the argument or after. As I count from 5 to 1, I want you to begin to move through time and space and find that next scene that explains a little bit more about this family. 5, using your breath to travel. 4, 3, allow the images to come now, clearer. 2, and 1. You're there now? Tell me where you are.
I'm in the house as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's you can see a long table. It feels this house is not as poor as the previous one.
Mm-hmm. Are you younger or older? Notice how old you are. See the number in your mind.
24.
Mm-hmm. And who's there with you?
I want to say my father.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Anyone else?
My mother comes to mind, but
Mm-hmm. So
I
as you
don't
look
see them.
at your father's eyes, can you see his eyes? Feel his soul? Do you recognize that soul in the lifetime of Carolina? Does he seem familiar?
Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
do.
So feel the connection. How do you feel in that home?
I feel my dad loves me.
Mm-hmm.
I can see his face. He has a beard,
Mm-hmm.
kind eyes. I feel like he takes care of me. We are sitting at the table, talking.
Mm-hmm. And notice your social status there.
I'm we are not rich. It's like we are not very poor, but we are maybe in the middle, kind of middle.
Very good.
It's maybe it's not now. It's I would say maybe 1840, maybe 1840.
Very good. So let's continue and see what it is that you do most of your time. Let's drift away from that scene and see how it is that you spend your days.
I have a garden.
Mm-hmm.
I I work in this garden. I have a lot of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
I I love working in this garden, taking care of the flowers and the plants.
Do you work alone in this garden? Is this your garden?
Yes, I'm alone there. Yeah,
Wonderful. So I want you to feel what it feels like to work in that garden. How does it make you feel?
very, very happy.
Wonderful. So I want you to fill yourself with that happiness now. Knowing how fulfilling it is to bring beauty, tend to it, be nourished by the flowers, the colors. Very good. So now let's close this scene and let's see what happens next in your life that's significant. The next event that changes your life. Close this scene and begin to drift to that one, allowing the images to come now. What happens next?
A funeral comes to my mind.
Mm-hmm. And you'll know whose funeral that is.
My father.
Mm-hmm. How old are you there? See the number in your mind.
34.
Mm. Notice if you are single or married there.
I think I'm married, but I don't see the husband.
Mm-hmm.
I feel I'm married, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where is like.
I want you to dig deep into your emotions and understand what happens now. Now that your father has died, how does that change your life?
It seems that what came to my mind was I'm gonna be poor now.
Mm-hmm. Were you relying on your father's money?
Maybe
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't feel like I have a job, like I'm doing something.
Mm-hmm. What about the rest of your family? What's happened to your mother?
I think she died very when I was small. I don't remember her.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So what happens next? Let's move to the next important scene. Now knowing that you're going to be poor, what happens next?
I feel like I'm on the street.
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm begging for money.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small town with cobbled streets,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm standing on the street
Notice how
alone.
notice how you look there.
I'm still young. I have uh, rags. Not my clothes are dirty and
Mm-hmm.
old.
How are you feeling?
Scared,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel smelly. I feel like I'm dirty.
Mm-hmm. Notice your body, what it looks like.
Thin,
Mm-hmm.
dirty, covered in soil,
Mm-hmm.
dust. My clothes are rags.
Mm-hmm.
I'm barefoot. I have this bowl in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
empty.
Yes.
It's wooden bowl.
What do they call you there?
Kiara.
Mm-hmm.
Kira.
Kira. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think
those
it's
that
Ireland. Ireland.
you're in Ireland. Very good. So, Kira, let's see what happens next. I'd like for you to close that scene and let's go to the next important scene where things change, when things happen. I'm going to count from 3 to 1 this time. I want you to go deeper in your understanding of this life. 3, going deeper now. 2, and 1. Look around you and tell me how old you are and what's happening.
Strange. I'm now dressed in a beautiful dress. I'm in like a palace, almost like a room with lots of lights. I'm slim. I have a long dress, a blue dress, beautiful dress. It's puffy and it's tight in the waist. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing a bodice. I have like a necklace, long necklace.
Mm-hmm. And is this the body of Kira?
I think so.
Hmm?
My, I think it's still Kira.
Mm-hmm.
I have my hair is light, tied up.
Mm-hmm. How old are you there?
In my 40s, early 40s, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, what
I'm
has happened
41.
to take you off the streets?
I met somebody, a
Mm-hmm.
man. A man. I can see him now. He's coming towards me.
Mm-hmm. I want you to feel
He,
him.
he's older than me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I want you to feel his soul. How does this man make you feel?
Um, in the beginning, I thought good, but
Mm-hmm.
now I, I can't see his face. I see an animal
Mm-hmm.
instead of his face.
What kind of animal do you see?
A bull,
Mm-hmm.
an angry, angry bull.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's shifting between the bull and kind of like a I don't know, like the story Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. He looks like that. Like he's like, but not in a good sense.
Yes.
In a mean sense. He's mean.
Yes. So tell me what happens with this man.
This is like a ball, and he just standing, and I thought he came to me to ask me to dance, but now I don't know what he's doing.
What happens?
Okay, change now from the bull to a normal man. He extended his hand to me, and I hold it, and we are dancing. But we are dancing now in this on this ball. Trying to see his face, but he has dark hair, tall.
How does he make you feel?
I'm not happy. It's a fear. Fear. I am apprehension. I feel like he's. Yeah,
What else do you notice?
I don't know why I had an image of him biting me in my neck, on my neck, like an animal. But why? I don't know if he's animal or he's human. No, he's not human. He's not human. He's not human. He's an animal.
He's an animal.
I feel really, really, really cold now. Like somebody threw me in cold water.
So notice what happens
It's not
next.
human.
What happens?
I'm in water now, cold water. Why am I in the water? Someone threw me in the water. But I see a face of like a lizard in front of me. It's like a half lizard, half dragon face, but just a face, just a face.
Who is that? Is this your husband or someone else?
No, this is someone else. This is something different now.
Is this the same body of Kira?
I don't know.
Notice what you look like.
I have a body there. Trying to.
So notice if you died after he bit you. What happened? I want you to go back to that moment after he bit you. Where did he bite you?
He bit me in my neck, like on the side of my neck.
And what happened? Notice if your soul was still in its body.
I don't think so.
So I want you to see it from that perspective. What happens to that body after it's been bit? Stay with it and see. The more you talk, the more you'll understand.
I feel it was Kira. She's on the floor, but I don't know why did he bite her? Like there's a lot of blood next to her. She's
notice what happens, what Kira is feeling. What is her soul feeling?
Now, peace.
Peace.
I feel peaceful.
So follow the path of that soul. Where does that soul go? You said it felt like it was in water. Was this the body of Kira that was thrown in the water?
No, now I feel like I'm drifting up.
Follow that.
I'm going high, up above.
Describe everything that you're feeling.
I'm seeing everything from above.
And as you're drifting away from that body, you could understand that whole soul process. Why did you need to live that lifetime the way you did? What was the purpose of that? What were you learning?
It seems like it was something about fear. That I was afraid.
Where did that fear lead you?
Afraid to. What came to my mind is afraid to be alone. I was afraid to be alone. So I tried to be with somebody. But this was not the right person. It was the wrong person for me.
Yes. So let's keep drifting and see if you meet your guides. Who do you meet as a soul?
In a white space. It's
What's in this white space?
I see like figures coming. I don't know. I see it's an outline of white figures coming closer.
How do they make you feel?
Peaceful and
They can speak with you telepathically from mind to mind. Their words will be your thoughts. What do they say to you?
we were waiting for you to come back. And we want you to come with us now. we will take you to the place that you always wanted to see.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Where do you go?
It's something I saw in my dream. It's a valley, beautiful valley, and it's got a house on the top with a lot of windows. Mm.
Ask them what this place is.
I hear it's your home
Mm,
here.
beautiful. Let's explore a little bit more and see what your home is.
There is a waterfall, and you can hear the rushing of of water somewhere. Waterfall. It's
Mm-hmm.
green. It's beautiful. The air is very clean. It's blue sky. It's a day. It's a beautiful sunny day. Lots of greenery everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Flowers, trees. The house is on a hill. All of it front is windows overlooking this view.
Mm-hmm. Ask your guides, what is this place? Where is it?
I hear earth.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the word. It's earth.
Ask them more about this.
I hear new earth. It's
Mm.
new earth. This is
So,
what it will. It will be like this.
so do you live in the new earth already? Is that your home?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They said
Very,
yes.
very good. So why is it that you've chosen to go to the old earth to incarnate? What's there for you? If this place is so beautiful, why do you go?
Learn, to
Mm.
learn,
Learn. Mm-hmm.
to teach as well. Learn and teach.
Mm-hmm. So in that lifetime of Kira, you felt safe with your father, but then you chose a very difficult road, challenging, without money, without food. And it seems you sold your soul to a man who was not worthy of your love. Why did you choose that? What were you learning from that?
Something about him. I was supposed to. He was important as man
Mm-hmm.
in my life. He
So in this lifetime now, as Carolina, she is searching for her soulmate. In that life on the new earth, is she by herself or is she with her soulmate there?
she's not by herself. She has friends, a lot of friends. I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
to see. There is a soulmate.
Let's find out how that soul feels when it's next to the soul. Carolina.
The soulmate is, it's what came to my mind. Is I don't know him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know him. But why?
Let's find out. I'd like for you to connect with that soul and see what it is that's keeping them apart. Is it timing? Is it circumstances? What needs to happen for her to meet with him on Earth at this time? Connect with him now and have him speak with you.
He's telling me not to worry, not to be scared.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to tell me, be patient, be patient.
Mm-hmm. Why is it that Carolina has had to spend all this time without him?
What comes to my mind is the word lesson. Lesson. It was a lesson.
What is the lesson that she needs to learn before she meets him again?
The first thing that came to my mind was pride.
Mm-hmm.
Pride.
Very good. That pride, is it from this lifetime or another lifetime? Where's that coming from?
If it's not from this lifetime.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's hone in on that feeling of pride that's repelling her soulmate. I want you to focus and see what that pride feels like. If you were to describe it, what does that pride feel like?
I see an image of a king with a the thing that kings hold, the regal thing.
Like a staff?
Something like this. I see this image of a man like this.
Who is that king?
It feels like it's me.
All right, very
I am
good.
the king.
So I'd like for you to go ahead and slip into that body and be able to see out through those eyes and feel the sensation that you're feeling. And tell me what's happening.
I'm standing. I'm a king standing in like a pedestal type of thing. Behind me is the throne.
What else do you notice?
There is in front of me, there is a person begging, asking me for help on their knees. Like one of my it's a man. He's asking me for help for something.
Mm-hmm.
He's crying. He's on his knees. Poor man.
How does that make you feel as you watch this man?
I don't feel like I have any pity for him. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know why.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud. I don't want to help him.
Mm-hmm. Do you recognize this man in front of you?
No.
What happens next?
I don't help him. He goes away, the man.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feel like I did the wrong thing. I should have helped him. I
Mm-hmm.
feel sorry that I didn't help him. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
What does this discomfort feel? Well, why are you feeling discomfort now? Are you doubting yourself?
Yes, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure if I did the right thing
Mm-hmm.
by not helping him.
What happens
Maybe
next?
I try to find him. I go to the poor areas of the city to look for this man. I found his house. It's a poor house. Poor. And he's like a beggar. He lives in a similar place that Kira was living.
Mm-hmm.
He he's very poor. He has to feed his children. I I give him money to help him. I I changed my mind. I came to help him.
Mm-hmm.
I gave him a big, like a sack of money. He took it. But I feel the money is not what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
The money doesn't make him happy. He he something with his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
He,
What happens with his daughter?
he wants me to marry his daughter. But why? He wants me to marry his daughter.
Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel?
Uh, I'm surprised that he asked me this
Mm-hmm.
because I'm the king and he's a beggar. She's very, very, very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
What
She
happens
walked in
next?
this room.
Mm-hmm.
She walks in and I see her and I'm like, she's so beautiful. And she has a light about her. She shines. There's goodness in her, a lot of goodness in her. She's like an angel, this girl.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I want to marry her. I will marry her. I agreed to what the man asked me, the poor man.
Mm-hmm. So let's see what happens next. I'd like for you to close that scene and let's go to the next important scene of that lifetime of pride.
The
Where are you?
girl, she's my wife. She's the queen now.
Mm-hmm.
She's wearing a crown and she's sitting next to me. And I have a feeling that she's telling me that I need to be kinder,
Mm-hmm.
that I'm not a kind ruler. that I'm cruel. She helps me change to be more kind to people. And I'm not sure if I do this, what she asks me.
Mm-hmm. Notice how that makes you feel. Are these authentic feelings of being kind?
I feel like I understand that she's asking me to be kind, but I don't want to. I want to be a strong ruler. I don't want to be kind like she wants me to be. So I don't change. I don't want to.
Mm-hmm. What happens next? Go to the next important scene where you can understand this lifetime.
Um, I feel like I'm in the dungeons. I'm over a grave of a catacomb, like a tomb.
Mm-hmm. What's
It's a
happening
tomb,
there?
big tomb. And this is the grave of my wife, of the queen.
Mm-hmm. What's
She
happened?
died. She
Notice how
died.
old.
I'm 50, maybe 56.
Mm-hmm.
And it's her tomb. She died.
What happened to her?
She was sick. I see her in bed.
Mm-hmm.
She she's lying in bed. Maybe something with, she's just ill.
Mm-hmm. How does this affect you, her illness and her death?
I'm sad that but I'm not devastated. I'm sad. I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel like I feel sad that she died.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel um, something came to my mind that it's gonna be now. I can do what I want
Mm-hmm.
because she's not there.
So this is giving you freedom to be yourself again?
Yes.
All right. So let's move forward and see what happens. Let's go to the next important scene. Where are you?
We're outside. I'm walking. I'm walking on grass
Mm-hmm.
in a forest.
Are you by yourself or are there others with you?
No, I'm alone.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting dark. It's like dusk.
Mm-hmm.
The forest is getting darker and more eerie, like
Mm-hmm.
it's scary. I'm walking in this forest and
What happens next?
there is like a small house there. And I, a hut.
Mm-hmm.
Hut. It's a hut. I feel it's a witch. It's a place where a lady who is doing this, like a witch lives, basically. Witch.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing incantations. She
Mm-hmm.
has herbs. Big cauldron where she's stirring something,
Mm-hmm.
like a soup or something. I don't know what she's doing. I feel it's my mother. This is
Mm-hmm.
my mother. This witch.
Mm-hmm. Why have you come there to see her?
Finally came. She's telling me,
Mm-hmm.
why you didn't come to see me. And I'm telling her I don't want people to know that you're a witch, my mother.
Mm-hmm.
That you become a witch. She was something else before. She was also a queen, but now she's a witch. She lives in this hut. And I'm ashamed of her.
Mm-hmm.
She's very good at spells.
Mm-hmm.
She's very good at what she's doing, at being a witch. She said to me that she can't be the queen. She doesn't like it. She wants to do what she's doing now, and she will not come back with me to the palace.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like it. She likes to live in the forest with nature, and she's not interested in going back. She's making some potion for me, but why? For me to drink it. So why?
Ask her, what is this potion for?
To something with love.
Mm-hmm.
It's a love potion. To make me love, but to learn to I don't know how to love, so I need to drink this to learn how to love so that I can love people. Because I don't have any emotions. I'm very
Mm-hmm.
cold.
What happens when you drink that potion?
I don't want to drink it. I resist, and she's trying to tell me to drink it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm holding the glass with this white thing that she's trying to make me drink. I don't trust her. I don't know if I should drink it.
Mm-hmm.
She's telling me you have to drink it because if you don't drink it, you will always be like this. You're cold. So I said, okay, I'm gonna drink. I'm drinking it now. I finished. I drank it. I'm asking her, so how long is it gonna work for me? She said it immediately. You will change now. You will be a good person now because you are so bad.
Notice any feelings or any changes in your body?
I don't feel it's. I feel better this
Mm-hmm.
after I drank that. I was expecting it to be horrible, but I feel better when I drank it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I had it, and now in a way, I'm happy that she helped me. I feel she, she wanted to help me basically become better.
Very good. Is there anything else from that scene that's important for you to take with you at this time?
Something about child,
Mm-hmm.
son, child. I think I have a son as well,
Mm-hmm.
small boy, from this girl, the wife that died.
Mm-hmm. So begin to expand on that and understand how this has affected your son.
I was not able to take care of him properly because I was so cold
Mm-hmm.
and unfeeling. And he's a sweet boy, small boy.
So let's close this scene and let's go to the next scene. It's important for you to understand what has happened before you leave that life. 3, begin to drift and float with your breath. 2, going deeper and deeper in your understanding of this lifetime. And 1, you're there now. Tell me what's happening.
I feel like I died.
Mm-hmm. Go back to that moment
Burn.
before you die. Go back to that moment. See yourself before you die.
I'm on a deathbed now.
Mm-hmm. How old are you there?
75,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Notice if you're alone or if there's others with you.
My son is there. The son that he's young, and there, there's his wife, the son's wife,
Mm-hmm.
and some other family members as well. Maybe my grandson as well.
Mm-hmm. Notice how they feel about you and how you feel about them.
I feel they love me.
Mm.
They are very sad for me that I'm dying, but I'm old, so
Mm-hmm.
they are
Notice,
prepared.
notice if there's anything wrong with your body.
No, I'm just old.
Very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and take that last breath. Allow that body to be slipped off as if it was a pair of old shoes, and allow yourself to see that lifetime now as spirit, understanding the entire lifetime, seeing glimpses of it as you are in spirit. And tell me, what was the purpose of that lifetime? What did you need to learn?
Oh, not being ruling, so being a king
Mm-hmm.
is not is it's something to you have to be kind. You have to see everybody, the poor, the rich, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You have to help everyone. You can't be selfish. It's all about helping others,
Mm-hmm.
being fair, being kind, helping your family, not being ashamed of your mother.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to see both lifetimes next to each other, the lifetime of the king and the lifetime of Carolina. How is that lifetime of that king affecting the life of Carolina now?
She has to learn to um, it's like she has to learn to see everybody, to be fair to everybody,
Mm.
to help people
Mm.
and children as well.
Mm-hmm.
Children.
Is she doing that now?
She's trying to help. She's
Mm-hmm.
not.
What's holding her back?
She has a kind of fear of, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, of
Is it fear or is it pride?
fear of showing herself. She's fear
Mm-hmm.
of being vulnerable, maybe. Feel
Mm-hmm.
like she's afraid that people will judge
Mm-hmm.
her. Uh, and even if they do judge her, she should not worry about that. She should do whatever she wants to do,
Mm-hmm.
not worry about what people will say. It's not important.
Very good. So now seeing that lifetime as a king, is there anything that he needs to forgive himself for now that he understands that these people came into his life to show him a different way? Notice the people in his life that he pushed away with his pride, with his fear of being judged, how he pushed away his mother, How he pushed away his son. How only after he decided to change did things happen. Can he forgive himself for not knowing any better?
I'm trying to let that, I'm trying to clear this. I feel like the forgiving is not easy for me.
Mm-hmm. Notice where it's coming from. Notice the blockages that are holding that back. Notice where it came from.
It's like from the heart.
Mm-hmm. And when someone is not very loving, there's usually some pain in that heart. I'd like for you to go deep into that heart of that king and see what's holding him back from forgiving himself. Where is that pain? How was it caused? Go deeper now. What happened to this king that closed his heart? Notice how old he was and what happened. What caused him to banish his mother from his life?
Like he was not loved as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Something with his father.
Notice what it was. What happened with his father?
His father was like him, like cold,
Mm-hmm.
like very, very regal, very proud, very. And he he t- he made the mother, the queen, go away from the palace. He was the one who raised the boy, the king.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So, as the king, can he forgive his father for not knowing how this would affect him? How it closed his heart?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, I'd like for you to connect with that heart. What was it that you were learning from each other?
Forgiveness and how to love, how
Mm-hmm.
to express
Mm-hmm.
love, not only how.
I want you to see those two lifetimes side by side and notice the parallel, the similarities of raising a child without the other parent. Look at the lifetime now of Carolina and how she was raised. Look at the lifetime of the king, how he was raised.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm. So now, can you see why the father has come into Carolina's life in this lifetime?
I have this, like I have to try and, which I already did, try to be more in a way open to my father now. To, but I think because of that, it's not easy for me to communicate with him. I still have this, yeah, not pain, but from that time.
So notice what that's done to Carolina's heart. Does that allow her to love deeply when she has her heart so shut from that pain?
No, it
No.
hasn't.
So I'd like for you to see both fathers in both lifetimes. And notice how each one has affected this heart and her relationships with other men. What does she need to do now in order to clear that heart? What's in there that's blocking that relationship, that trust?
I feel there's a thorn there.
Follow that
Thorn.
thorn. Follow that thorn. And read what that thorn says. What does that thorn represent? What is that thorn there to remind her of?
It's like something that is preventing her from opening the heart. She can't trust with this thorn inside.
All right, let's find out
It's
when she
quickly.
put that thorn in there. I want you to go back to the first moment when that thorn was put in there. Going back now, I'm going to count from 5 to 1, and I want you to make that thorn hurt even more. Turn up the volume. 5. Going back now. This lifetime or another lifetime. 4. Make that heart thorn even harder. 3. More pain. More pain in that heart. 2. And 1. Where are you? Notice how old you are.
I feel like I'm a young man. Like a 18-year-old man, 18-year-old boy.
What year is this?
Getting it's like an ancient times, maybe before our era, like the BC something, 800 BC, something like this.
What's happening with you there?
I'm doing something with Pharaoh. I'm helping. I'm one of the, like he's like, I don't want to say like his toy. I'm the toy of the Pharaoh.
You're the Pharaoh's toy?
Toy, like he uses me
Yes.
to, I'm like a slave toy sort of thing for him.
How is this affecting you?
I was I'm there since I was a child, a small boy. I've
Mm.
always been there with him. Mm. I I don't know if I
The more you talk, the more you'll understand.
was maybe sold to him when I was a
Mm-hmm.
boy, and he keeps me with him in his palace, in
Mm-hmm.
his well, and he I can see now the room. It's like a beautiful room. He he's young as well, the pharaoh.
Mm-hmm.
He's fully like his body is like shaved and it's shiny like he has oil on him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm maybe I'm his slave, but I don't know.
What are the duties that you have to do for him
I have
as a
to
slave?
put the oil on him.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to. It's like I'm a sex toy for him, kind of. I have to have sex with him. He abuses me sexually,
Mm-hmm.
but he's young as well. He's not old.
Okay,
He's
very
maybe
good.
my age, maybe a bit older.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But I'm used to it. Like I'm. It's not a trauma for me. I'm. I've always been there, but maybe I'm in love with him. Maybe I'm. I don't. I cannot feel like I'm very unhappy. I'm rather happy there.
Very good. Very good. So let's close this scene. Let's go to the next important scene. The scene that makes you understand why that thorn got into that heart. Allow yourself to open up that scene now.
Something with his wife. He's getting married,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm jealous. I want him to be with me. I don't know why. I feel like I want him to marry me, not somebody else. I want him
Mm-hmm.
to always be with me.
So what happens after he marries? Go to that part.
I feel like now I'm an old man, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
still there in the same
Mm-hmm.
palace. I'm still there with the pharaoh. He, I stayed there. He didn't make me stay. I stayed.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be near him. He's like a god for me.
Mm-hmm. Notice if you recognize those eyes in the lifetime of Carolina.
No,
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
So go to the end of your life in that lifetime, the last day of your life, and tell me where you are.
I feel like I'm alone. He put me in a prison, in a cell. I'm dying in this cell alone.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want me to be near him anymore. He got rid of me. He just put me there in this dungeon to die alone.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see him anymore, and I want to see him before I die. But I can't. I'm not allowed to see him. He's not coming. I'm asking for him to come to see me because I'm dying. But
How
they tell
old?
me that what
Mm-hmm.
I am. I
Mm.
am maybe, I'm old. Maybe eight. I don't know, 79.
Mm-hmm.
I,
Notice what you're saying to yourself as you're dying there alone about the love of your life.
I'm asking myself, why did I love him? He's not for me. He will not love me. He's Pharaoh, and I'm just some nothing for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't matter.
I don't matter. Mm-hmm. What else do you say to yourself?
I was I was one of many in his
Mm-hmm.
life.
Mm-hmm.
I I just I'm poor. I'm nothing
I'm
for
nothing.
him.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't care about me at all.
So notice how that's affecting your heart, your love. Notice what you're doing to your heart.
Closing
Mm-hmm.
closing my heart because um I don't want to love anybody else. I just wanted to love him.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to love anyone else.
Yeah, I loved him.
Very good. So I want you to slip out of that body now. Leave that body behind. And as a spirit now, you can connect once again with your guides. What do they tell you about that life?
That I did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
I
What was the purpose of all of that pain?
There's something to do with because I was so faithful with loyal to the that I was very loyal. I was very faithful. I was very giving for this pharaoh, and I I did not feel proud in a way. I don't know. It's something with pride. I didn't let pride
Mm-hmm.
get. Basically, I completely gave my life to loving this pharaoh, and I don't know whether it was that sacrifice was important for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
that I was able to do that.
But notice what happened before you left. You put into that heart a lot of things that wouldn't serve you in other lifetimes. Those things of you're nothing, that you don't want to love anyone else. Notice how you stamped your heart with all of those things. How is that affecting the lifetime now of Carolina? That longing for her Pharaoh.
It's like she's still waiting for something,
Mm-hmm.
waiting for the pharaoh, waiting for acknowledgement, waiting to be loved, waiting to be seen, waiting to be chosen.
Mm-hmm. Does she need to live a life like that?
No, 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 she
Mm-hmm.
should not live like this.
So look at that thorn that she has in her heart. Are we ready to pull that out now so that she doesn't need to carry that pain any longer of that
Yes,
man? All right, so go ahead and begin to pull that thorn out. And as you do, feel yourself forgiving yourself for holding on to this for so long. You don't need that pain anymore. You can now understand that that lifetime doesn't belong to the lifetime of Carolina. That belonged to that slave. She doesn't need to carry his pain any longer. Tell me what that feels like, pulling that out.
it's difficult to pull it out. It's
Mm-hmm.
very prickly and it's like one of those sticky thorns. It sticks.
Mm-hmm.
It has. It's sticking to my body. It's difficult, but it's pulling out slowly.
So I'd like for you to go ahead and begin to put something around that thorn, a lubricant, something that softens it. What would you like to put around it?
This green,
Beautiful.
like jelly,
So
green,
think of it like
whatever.
aloe, like a beautiful green aloe that soothes and it's very slippery. Go ahead and put that around that thorn, cooling it, making it very slippery. And let's pull that thorn out, no longer needing that pain that belonged to somebody else. Tell me when it's completely out. Dissolve it.
Yes, it's out now.
So now that that's out, we need to replace it with something else. What would you like to put in that space instead of that thorn of needing that Pharaoh to love you? What would you like to put there instead?
Like a pink aloe, like a pink jelly.
Mm-hmm. And what would that be associated with? What would you like to put into that heart instead?
Happiness, love for
Beautiful.
you, myself,
Good.
loving
So
myself.
I'd like for you to go ahead and begin to put all that happiness, all that love for yourself, mixing it up into a little nice pink cauldron and begin to fill that space with all of that joy, all of that self-confidence, self-love, feeling that heart expanding with that pink, soothing all that space now, only belonging to Carolina, no longer connected to that lifetime of yearning for love that was never going to be, filling that heart with confidence, knowing that this heart is meant to be loved and will be loved by someone deserving of that love. And tell me when it's full.
It's for now.
Wonderful. So I'd like for you to see those lifetimes that have been affecting that heart. And I'd like for you to go ahead and cut away from that heart any cords that connect you with it. Forgiving yourself for holding on to these souvenirs of pain and sorrow and pride into that heart. And just let them go.
Yes.
Very good. So now let's focus on the weight. I'd like for you to go ahead and begin to scan your body and notice what is holding all this weight in. I want you to focus on it. What does it seem like? that's holding it in. What comes to your mind right away?
Water.
What is it? More water?
Water.
Mm-hmm. What is it that water is holding?
Maybe it's something to do with water retention.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I want you to go deeper. And when you talk about water retention, why is it that it's retaining all of this? What's the first thing that comes into your mind when you feel all of this water retained? What comes to your mind? What's the first thing that you see? What images?
I'm drowning.
Drowning. Keep going.
I'm in this cold water again.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Cold water. It's a cold water. I'm someone threw me there. Like I wasn't expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
I was thrown.
Notice who
And
threw
I'm
you.
shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked by that.
Notice who it was.
A friend. I thought
Mm-hmm.
it was a friend.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a woman,
Mm-hmm.
a female.
Notice what was the reason for being thrown in there.
She, maybe jealousy? I don't know what came to my mind. She was jealous for me something.
Uh-huh.
She threw me in the water.
I want you to hear what she's saying to you. What is she saying to you as you're drowning?
I'm jealous of you.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
I don't want you near me.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
What does she
You
want
stole
from
my
you?
husband. You stole my husband.
You stole her husband, or she stole your
No,
husband?
she stole. I stole her husband.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she wanted to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
And she threw me in the water, cold water.
Mm-hmm. How's that making you feel?
Right now, I'm already drowning. I think I drowned already. I don't feel any pain, nothing. I'm
And
floating
as a soul, look at that lifetime. Look at that lifetime. Look at that body. What kind of body did you have that you were able to steal her husband?
I'm seeing a bloated body in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Water. It's a body that's bloated with water,
Mm-hmm.
like a dead body, but it's bloated. It's floating on top of on the surface of the water.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, body I had. Maybe I was pregnant as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I was pregnant with her husband's baby, and she threw me.
So I want you to see why it is now that Catalina retains this water. Why it is that she feels the way she does about her body.
She thinks that this will keep the baby.
Mm-hmm.
That the water is. She doesn't want to lose the baby.
Mm-hmm.
So the water helps to keep it there.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
And because she was very like the pregnancy was quite far along when she threw her in the water. She had a big belly.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel this belly now on the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And the body swelled up in the water.
So this reminder now Why does she keep herself retaining this water now in this lifetime? Why does she need that reminder?
It's something to do with she thinks it will keep the baby
Mm-hmm. Is that the truth?
alive.
Is that the truth?
No, because she's not pregnant.
Okay.
She doesn't need to keep.
All right. So I want you to go ahead and I want you to connect with all of the cells of your body that are remembering this lifetime. I want you to feel how those cells are reacting when you're too thin, when you have no water. What is it that those cells are feeling?
Dry,
Mm-hmm.
withered,
Mm-hmm.
very like wrinkly, dry.
Mm-hmm. So what would you like to tell your cells in order for them to feel happy without all of this water retention? What would you like to tell the cells now?
Don't keep don't keep the water. Let
Mm-hmm.
it out. You don't need to keep it. Just get try to use the water that you need, and the rest has to get out of the body.
Right. So let's say a few things to the body to make it feel good. Tell it, I am safe.
I'm safe. I have enough water,
I am
and
happy.
I'm happy.
Mm-hmm. I am beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
What else? Keep going.
I I don't need to be swollen anymore,
No, but tell your body what you do need.
but I need to be just beautiful and healthy and
Mm-hmm.
glowing and feeling light, feeling slim, flexible, not,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just
Good.
flexible.
So let's see if there's any other things in your body that were affected by this. Check your head.
I think, yeah, I'm feeling just now, when I started to talk about the water,
Mm-hmm.
I have a wave of like what I feel when I have a migraine. It's
Mm-hmm.
also,
Notice what that
it's
is.
connected to the water as well.
Mm-hmm. Connect your
Something with the
body.
water.
Notice what's in your head. What is it that that migraine is reminding you of? Feel it.
Something to do with water as well.
Mm-hmm. Is that feeling flooded?
It feels like the headache is coming when I think I'm dehydrated.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fear of losing the water again.
Beautiful. So I'd like for you to connect with your head now and begin to talk to it.
You don't need so much water. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. What would you
Don't
like to put into that head to make it feel better so it doesn't feel so dehydrated, so it doesn't swell up with water? You could fill it with love. You could fill it with comfort. What would you like to fill that with instead?
peace, calm,
Ease and calm. So I want you to pick a color that represents ease and calm.
blue.
Blue, very good. So I want you to feel that migraine coming on, feeling the pain of it coming on. And I want you to flood it with that beautiful blue now. Feel it rushing in and calming it and giving the mind, the body, the soul, the nourishing of ease and calm, filling that space up with all that blue.
Feels amazing. Feels
Mm-hmm.
cooling.
Good. And let's bring that blue and expand it into the rest of the body. And noticing what it was that the body used in order to trigger this water retention. What does it use? Notice if it uses food, if it uses an element, what does it use?
I get that it's stress. It's connected
Mm-hmm.
with stress, with something
Beautiful.
emotional.
Good. So let's fill it with blue. Fill it with blue and let's expand that blue to every area of your body. Eyes. Feeling that energy in your soul. Feeling that heart expanding. Knowing that you are loving, that you are sovereign, that you are open to new experiences, that you are connected, that you feel hope in your heart and love for everyone that comes into your path, knowing that all of them are a reflection of you, and you are a reflection of that infinite creator that has no name, that divine intelligence that loves you so much. And as you go on in your heart, connecting with all of those around you, feel the difference. Feel the excitement, feel the motivation to finally go out there and connect the way you were meant to connect. Disconnecting from all of those past memories that were holding you back. And now, as you step out of that mirror with that new feeling, that new body, that new attitude, is there anything else that you would like to address today, or do you feel complete?
Yeah, I feel complete.
Very good. In your
All right.
eyes. 5 wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over.
Oh,
Welcome back.
hello.
How do you feel?
Uh, really good, actually, very good. It was amazing that the words just come.
You were
Like
very
they,
detailed.
yeah, I felt like, and it was something that I didn't see. It was just coming from my mouth. I don't know. It was, I mean, I saw
Oh,
it with my mind's eye. It was, I thought it's going to be like a movie, but it's not like a movie.
no,
It's
it's
more
not.
like,
And those are the expectations that when
yeah,
people have
or a
expectations of seeing
dream,
a
yeah, but it's
movie,
not.
it's not the same.
No, no, it's not. Maybe it's
So,
different for different people, but
no, that's pretty much. I
um,
mean, you just get the information.
yeah, yeah,
Did
it's
it make
different than a
sense?
dream. It's different. I'm surprised about the water. I never thought it's about the water. The I've been told that I retain water by somebody once when I
Well,
was, but
that was a big shock to you, you know?
yeah,
Mm. So how
yeah,
long
the
do you think this
drowning.
was? Do you think it was a short session or long session? Don't cheat.
Uh,
Don't cheat now. Don't look at the
no, no,
clock.
no, I didn't look. I didn't, I promise.
How long did it feel?
Um,
Short or
I
long?
don't, no, long, no, maybe an hour and a half.
Mm. All right, here's the clock.
Okay, so I was close.
Almost 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours, yeah. Wow.
Mm. Yeah.
So
So
I talked a
wow,
lot.
what a journey, huh? A
Yeah.
lot, a lot of drama there.
A lot of like past lives. My gosh, a
Yeah.
lover of a pharaoh. Who would have thought?
Lover. Yeah, that's interesting, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
And do you feel that that's the yearning that you still have?
I felt there was something in my heart because
Yeah.
whenever I felt hurt,
Yeah.
I felt a thorn, basically, a pain, like a
Yeah.
pain in my heart.
Well, you spent your whole life with this Pharaoh, giving him pleasure, loving him, but he never loved you back.
Yeah. Yeah, he threw me like a rubbish at the end.
Yeah, his life. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that house was so beautiful. I had a dream about that house
So
on the
that's your
hill.
home. You asked, where are
Yeah.
you? You're on a different Earth.
But I wonder, yeah, probably in my dreams I go
When you
there.
go there, that's where you go. This is your home. You said, where am I from? That's your home.
Hmm.
That's what you've made as your home. So you will only be given in a session what you need to know at this time. It's not about going places that you're not ready to see. You needed,
Yeah.
it was all about relationships, and it all had to do with your own people.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So do you want to keep this private, or would you like to share some of this? What do you think?
I would like to share if it's something that, or do you think there's anything there that people will relate to? The
Well,
lifetimes?
it's a really interesting story. I mean,
A lot of drama.
when I was going through, it's like, oh, it's story time. It was like,
Yeah, yeah,
this was all about a story, and God, it
yeah.
was like reading storybooks
I still
because
see
each,
the pharaoh. Yeah, the pharaoh was so interesting. He
yeah,
was he was such a good-looking man, but it was a gay relationship. I mean, I
yeah,
was a man, so
yeah, yeah.
that was crazy.
Which is interesting. People make a big deal about, who you are in this lifetime, but we've been everything.
Hmm.
We've been poor, we've been rich, we've been gay, we've been straight, we've been
Yeah.
animals, we've been everything. Sometimes trees and clouds, we've been everything. So, we have all these experiences, and it's really interesting, how each one, it's still emotional. You still have the
Hmm.
consciousness. Interesting. And each time you have a hypnosis sessions, more things are going to come out. Today, this is what had to come out
Mm.
in order to take care of these things that and you notice, you only had a few questions, and it was a long, long session,
Yeah, yeah, it was.
you know? That's why when I tell people, don't give me too many, because then I can't really
Yeah, of
dive in
course. There's
there.
no time. Yeah. No.
Yeah. So it was great meeting you.
Yeah, you too. I hope to see you soon. Maybe I
Yeah.
will join the gathering before we do the Samaya thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I just want to tell everybody who's watching this, if you want a session with me, just go to my website, albaweinman.com, sign up for my newsletter. It comes out about once a month if I have appointments. And and I hope I see you sometime in a session or a gathering, because these gatherings are a full day event, and it's a really fantastic. So thanks for watching. Catalina, until the next
Thank
time,
you
we'll see each
so
other. We'll see each other in the
much.
Netherlands. Okay.
Oh, can't
Bye-bye.
wait. Thank you,
Much love
Alba.
to you.
Mwah, much love.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.